Hello, my name is Cem Gu. It's my second period in POLI YA. I've been working in this industry for 23 years. And with this opportunity, I'm more than happy to be here with you, and thank you very much for being here. With this opportunity, I'm going to be talking about some certain novelties that we're doing in our company. First and foremost, I'm going to be talking about some certain subjects that are in the agenda, and let's see what we have done according to them.
Dediği gibi bir soru cevap kısmımız da var. Orada
And we also have a Q&A session where you can ask any questions about some technical issues. Now, in our company, there are some certain subjects in our agenda. We try to decrease the VOC release, and we try to decrease the amount of that release where it exposes. Apart from the composite company, apart from being a composite company, of course, these are the issues that are very heated up in our environment, not only in the factories, but also as a resin producer, we have many new responsibilities that we have to abide by. First and foremost, we need to decrease the VOC releases, and many big companies are facing the same challenges and need to take the similar measures for the time being due to the regulations. Besides, we need to use the energy in a more productive way. Also, the recycling of the energy, waste and recycling management, and the recycled raw material utilization, bio-based renewable raw material usage, and toxic chemicals and heavy metals utilization have to be decreased, and it is going to come to an end at that period in a short period of time. What are we doing? We have the energy policies, and we are applying the new developments about this. We have made very important investments. All of the open cauldrons have been closed. Some are still open because we have some boutique productions. We try to minimize this with the polymer systems. We have very important isolation investments. We have made air conditioning, ventilation investments. And in order to decrease the contamination of packaging, we started gel coats and liners. We are using recycled packages for a long period of time. Our friends are working with the new catalyzer reaction periods in order to increase the total productivity. We are trying to eliminate the harmful chemicals, and there are two new important issues which we have done actually since the past. The elimination of the processed water with the thermal oxidation. Now we, and with a very valuable competitor, we had the opportunity to eliminate the processed water in its own place with thermal oxidation. So there's a 99% of vapor that is going out of the chimneys. Together with a very important company that is consulting us, we are putting some certain measurement tools, devices, so that we had the opportunity to understand our VOC modeling. As a result of this, let me tell you this. First and foremost, we have been working with ISO 9000. But last year, we have started we had received the ISO 18000 and ISO 14001 certificates, and our total recycled raw materials reached up to 9.6% of the total usage, which I believe that it is a good number. Indeed, that number is going to increase. And the VOC modeling and their values, compared to the first values, we had actually the opportunity to see that there is a real advanced processing. The liquid value was 70, but we could have the opportunity to decrease it by 0.08. Our carbon dioxide emission has been decreased by 14%. We have made on 2017 at about 1.5 million liras of an investment for only to make these developments. And we also have a 9.5 million liras of machinery and field investments for the year 2017 and 18. Now, everything has started, but we are waiting some certain regulations that are going to be enacted. And we have liners for gel coats. The contaminated packagings have been decreased by 95%, and the closed production systems have been accessed at about 84%. So not only the liquids and the volatiles, but also the dust are enclosed as well. So of course, due to some certain raw materials, the utilization of the certain raw materials, we couldn't reach up to 100%, but we are foreseeing to do it. And on the other, as we have summarized this, if we take a look, what are the agenda of today in the sector? Number one is styrene. So the exposure of styrene has to be decreased by ourselves and by you. So the best solution is an enclosed molding. We need to find ways to make more enclosed moldings. So on the other hand, low styrene products are also put into the market. It received a little bit of an interest and a little bit not. We do not have actually an alternative, and we do not have any alternative about a non-styrene product. The research and development is searching about this, but due to the interest of the client and also the investments, I suppose we only can do it together, hand by hand. What the most important thing is the recycling of the composites. Thermal recycling, or changing the shape and utilization, is one form of it. Of course, there are different ways of looking to the matter, but as a sector, we are doing the best thing. We are designing long-lasting products that has a longer economic life cycle. Our perhaps association can be a leader in some certain products for waste management in our country as well. We as resin producing companies are ready to give the necessary support to such programs. One other thing is about competition. Actually, not only the composite sector, but also in many parts of the industry, the process productivity is very much important. Without giving, we need to be able to give better quality, and for more resistant moldings, polyester-based gel coats are produced. As for transportation and construction sector, fire-resistant systems have to be developed as well. In Europe, there are some certain leading companies that are doing it, and we as well are continuing doing our studies. And the design and production of special products for our clients. The global big companies had certain strategies. They have right now actually a certain strategy, and there's a feature of polyurethane that makes polyurethane itself, so we are still continuing to use these bases. So what are we doing it? As for sustainability, as I told you, recycled PET products are used in the pipe sector, but in abroad, we have seen that has also been broadly used in different sectors as well. And we have started supplying also to abroad. But I would like to actually open it to discussion whether we can use it in Turkey or not. We're supporting it, which we believe that it will contribute to the environment. And enclosed molding systems, there is a very wide range of products, and the low styrene emission resins does have different versions as well, where we can actually bring a great variety. DCPD resins have very much advanced. Low styrene products are also brought up to you in the sector. In some areas it took attention, in some it didn't take much attention. That's why I wanted to actually take your attention here. With the POLY 213 and 15 plus, Mr. Emre already gave the necessary information. We had scentless mold separators, SV8, that didn't take much attention, however. That's why I wanted to recall you about this. And on the other hand, as for the research and development, we are making still studies. As for products that do not involve heavy metals, we have the polypigment ecosystems. I'm going to be we have put the slide in so that you can remind about the open molding and enclosed molding. There is different types of varieties about this, and there are many types of different materials where we use where these materials are used in pipes, and in metals, RTM infusion, vacuum, SMC, BMC, or heated presses, etc., or cold presses are certain things that we're doing. In open molding, still today, it's used at about 65%. These are the values that we receive from the international data. That means that we still need to do something about styrene. The whole world is doing something about styrene. In Turkey, the companies are working on it, but we need to widespread it. Schematically, there is an open molding application. Which is, we can see here about fibers. Now, in the publication of occupational styling, we see the loss of styrenes. The most loss is in gel coat spraying at about 10 to 14%. Brightness is important. Interlaminar adhesion problems might occur, and that's the reason why the loss is mostly here in gel coat and spraying. And fiber spraying is at about 7 to 10%. You can lose actually styrene at about 7 to 10%, and 6 to 8%. You can see here the gel coat and roving. Low styrene emission on the other side. The fiber spraying, which was at 10%, we could see that we could actually decrease the amount by half. So the styrene, right now we had the opportunity to actually decrease the amount. There are different data that we have reached here, but I'm not going to name them all. And as for the graph, standard polyester, low styrene content emissions, low styrene emissions, styrene exit suppression emissions have been shown, and both types have been used for low styrene, and suppressed styrenes for emissions can be seen here in this graph. The styrene emissions are dynamically high, the styrene, when we stop working on the resin, when we leave it on its own in both of the levels, we can see the styrene emissions. The first part is the dynamic and the static phase. Particularly in the dynamic phase, in order to decrease the amount, not only suppress the styrene, but also the resins that have a lower amount of a styrene, and their utilization is highly important. Polypropylene 3401, most of you already know that property. But apart from the modified one, thixotropic, and it's an tripaphonic and accelerated product. The accelerator has changed, and with this new structure, that resin is even more effective without being highly heated, where the challenge of the formation is less. So it's has an effective LSE inclusion. So you have the opportunity to decrease the styrene emission by 50%. You can make more rigid laminates, and we have this accelerating process is making a better stability in both warm and cold climates.
When we look at the low styrene emission position in the previous product, in 3469, there is a 5%, more than 5%. It has got low styrene. And of course, in the emissions, it is bringing you lower qualities. And it's a DCPD type of resin, and its wetting quality is very good and has got high mechanical values. And really wetting the fiber well enough, it is possible to get high mechanical features and high curing system, full curing system. And the general feature of DCPD resins, they do have low exothermic stability, so the surface quality is very high, and it is also bringing you the best size in product. And we do have this product for a long period of time. This is a low profile type of resin, and it is suitable for RTM type and providing you a zero pooling effect, and has got a spatial system, speed up system, and it is bringing you better results. Once more, I would like to draw your attention to this product. We believe that it isn't taking the attention that it deserves, and its ADT and mechanical features are very good in value because of its low profile. The toughness feature is also within the content of this product. And last but not least, we do have some products, fire retardant products, and approximately a long period of time, we are the leader company in fire retardant products. And this is for DIN 5110 and EN 45545. We were giving service with our product 345 FR and 345 minus FR. And we do have another additional transparent resign, which is polypol 309 and poly 710 vinyl ester. So we do have a new system which we provide for our customers. And beyond that, we do have transparent product, which is for the outside surfaces. It's an acrylic type of product, polypol 309. And when we speak about vinyl ester, I believe that we are the only company which is producing this. It is chemical retardants and also thermal resistance is very high. The vinyl ester products thermal resistance is very high, and the chemical resistance is also very high. We do have, you see, various types of products and giving service to you as a global brand. And with your contribution, we have taken a long way, and we will be taking further roads. And this is showing us, this map is showing us the figures in our market sales. On the manufacturing side, when we look at the development, it is possible to see your contribution, obviously, and we are very glad to contribute to your activities also. That's all about my presentation. Thank you very much. Emre Bey and I may respond any type of question if you have any about our products, about our composite business industry. It is possible to give you some information, some further information. Thank you.